everyone, it's Melissa. Today's video is, for one thing, later on in the video I might look slightly different lighting and stuff. This very first part I had to refilm because the sound wasn't doing right. But today's video is comparing head to head to eyeliners. I like an eyeliner pencil a lot. I use it in my waterline, I use it to tightline, and you know, I just really enjoy it. Now, my favorite was always NARS. I liked it because it was a soft black, but it didn't veer into gray. But they changed the formula, and then it was like grease paint, a grease paint pencil. It was terrible. I just disliked it. Then I went to Urban Decay, and the colors with Urban Decay are so lovely. There's so many different colors, so I like that, but it doesn't last real long. And that's okay. Like if I'm going someplace later on in the day, I have to touch up my lipstick anyway, so I would just touch up my eyeliner. Then I also discovered Victoria Beckham. I love the Bordeaux. I have it on today. It's just a really nice, it just brings out your eye color, and it's just a nice pencil. But hers are soft, and so you have to sharpen it more often, and I have to touch it up a bit more than other eyeliners, but it's so beautiful that I don't mind doing that. And then I have done KVD. Now those liners will last, but they're real hard, so you have to really go back and forth to get some color on it. Once you get the color on, it'll stay, but it's a little hard to get it on. So I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I had gotten a PR box from Milk, and in it was a liner, and I tried the liner. It was a black liner, and it was called the Infinity Longwear Eyeliner, and the color Outer Space. It's a black. I liked it. It lasted. It stayed put better, I thought, than the Urban Decay. And so I thought that's good. And then, but at the same time, I was in Sephora and I saw a display for Glossier, and they said #1 liner. I thought, #1 liner, well, that's for me. So I bought it too, and I thought, well, that's good. And so I thought, wonder which one's better. And so I did a head-to-head. So I had some pretty strict criteria over about 4 or 5 days, so I will go on to explain it now. So what I did was I did the liner in several different ways. So I would start with the Glossier in the experiment and wear it all day, and then show it at the end of the day. Then the next day I would do the same eye look with the Milk, and then show it at the end of the day, so you could kind of see. So at first I did the upper waterline, you know, I tightlined. I used it on the upper lid, and I made a little tiny wing. Now the wing's not good, and one time I had to redo it. I had to wipe it off and try it again because it was all crooked. But I figured it didn't matter what it looked like, you just wanted to see how well it would last. So I did just the upper part of my eye, put some mascara just on the top, nothing underneath, so you could see what it looked like. And then I did that with both for 2 days. Then the next 2 days I did upper part of my eye and did like a little wing, and then underneath, you know, underneath my bottom lashes, and tightlined and waterlined. So I did, you know, circled all around with the eyeliner so you can see how well it lasts in the different areas. Did it for Glossier one day, did it for I did it for Milk the next day. And so you know, I have some ideas of what I think between the two. And for all experiments I use the same concealer. This one lasts the best on me and smears things the least. That is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Things smear the least if I use this concealer than any other concealer I've ever tried. I did not use a setting powder underneath my eyes, although I've got 6 that I'm going to be doing a head-to-head experiment like this. I did a little short saying, everybody tell me what your favorite under eye setting powder is, and I took the top 5, and one of them I already had, so I just added that to it. I took the top 6, and I'm going to be doing experiments with that to see how they last and if they, you know, show up wrinkles under my eyes. So I'll be doing that, but I did not use powder this time, only concealer. And then underneath, just a little bit right under my lashes, I used a little bit of the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly, because I always do that. I put on my concealer, then I take a little bit of the finger and take a little bit and just pat right underneath my lashes. That always helps my eyeliner stay on better. And I always do that, so I did it with this experiment because it's a part of my routine. Let me say something. They're two different colors. So that might figure in if the Glossier is a green. It's a color Fresco, I think. It's a deep green. So if I had used a deep green, or if I had used a black in this and a black in the milk, they may have had more similar results, or the other way around. But this is a good place to start. If you like, say, if we find out that the Glossier is the best, okay, I think I might try that in a different color and see what I think. They're both good liners, I think. But anyway, I'm going to do kind of a head-to-head comparison and kind of show you all what I think. So I hope this is helpful. Now I'm competing with some thunder, so if you hear that, I do some real close-ups right now. But this one's the Glossier. That's what it looks like, the color. It's a very deep green, and it's really a pretty color. So there I am, putting it on in my tight line, and I'm doing it on top of my eyelashes on the top, and then I do a little tiny wing. But yeah, through here, this is 4K. You're going to see it up really, really close. I have hooded eyes, so I'll just put a little eyeshadow right there to kind of cover up the hood a little bit. But you're going to see some scary pictures, especially at the end of the day when I show real bad close-ups. So thought I would let you all know. So I'm trying to make a little wing. I just mainly wanted to get lots of liner on there so you could see what that looked like at the end of the day. So still just kind of touching it up. And yeah, there we go, doing that. And I didn't put any on my bottom lashes, and I only added mascara to the top lashes on all of them, on all the experiments. I didn't want any chance that mascara would come on the bottom underneath, and that's what it looks like up really close. You can kind of see where I've done tight lining and where the liner is. And then here's at the end of the day. Yeah, but you can definitely see it on my skin, and you can still see the wing for sure. So I was tickled about that, very tickled. And then up close, there you see, I mean, you can see the liner up there, you can see the wing, and that's hours and hours later. So I did a still so you could see. Now this one, the same makeup techniques with the milk liner. And it is a roll-up, but it has a little sharpener, which I showed that you could sharpen. And so there I am, attempting to get it in my tight line. And then I do it on the actual lash line and try to make a little wing like I did with the other one. But on all of these, I have to close my eye and tilt the pencil upward to be able to tight line. But, this is a nice one too. Not a lot to complain about with it either. It goes on smoothly and lasts, easy to work with. But yeah, I'm kind of shrug because I'm not very good at it. But I'm making sure that I get it on there pretty well so that it will give it a chance to see how well it stays. I want the same amount for both application. And so there it is, me just putting on the mascara on the top lashes. So trying to, do that wing and everything. And this is what it looks like the before. So looking up, and you can see the liner on there. My arms got tired, so I had to get a different kind of, go forward a little bit differently. And here comes the late in the day. Now, I just felt like One side had a little bit of the wing left over, but the other one really didn't. There wasn't really any at all in the top line. And even above my eyeliner, it just, to me, it kind of faded away. I felt like you can still see a little bit of wing on your left, my right. But otherwise, I thought it faded kind of. Okay, now I'm going back to the Glossier and I'm putting it all around my eye. I'm putting it at the top and at the bottom in the waterline, tight lining. But I'm not using any other makeup. I don't want any other makeup interfering. And I didn't blend it underneath. You'll see when real close it looks kind of, like it, not a real even line. But I didn't blend it out. I just put it on there to get it on so, we could see how well it wore. But, yeah, just making sure I get it all on there. I hear the thunder coming now. There's my mascara. Again, I only put mascara on my top lashes for this one too, so that no mascara would interfere for, underneath there and smear or anything like that. I wanted to only be eyeliner showing. So there's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like up close. I put it on heavy. I would have normally blended it some, but I wanted to give it a chance to be full force to see how well it did. So there it is. And then that's way later. That's like after midnight when I had gone to sleep. And I realized I had a remote control and I could zoom in and not have to stand up and kind of put my face up there. But I feel like I still have liner on there. And this is hours and hours and hours later. I think I fell asleep on the couch too. So, yeah, I have some above and I definitely have some left underneath there. So I was tickled with the Glossier with this. And now the Milk, doing the same thing, putting it all around my eyes. And there I am, all these are all different days. I gave each one a chance all day long to perform. And I always do these shrugs like, I don't know, it's not too good. But there I am trying to tight line again. Like I said, I have to close my eye and just sort of tilt the liner up to do that. So, just getting it on there mainly. Getting underneath in there and in the waterline too. And there's my mascara, again, only on the top lashes. And I wanted to show you all that I did it all pretty much the same. So, anyway, yep, got mascara on my nose and had to let it dry before I could flick it off. And there I am. That's what I look like with my little fancy remote. I was so tickled to find that. And so that's what it looks like up close at the beginning before after I just freshly put it on. Kind of showing you what it looks like underneath there. And then this is at the end of the day. It's a shocker. So that's what it looks like at the end of the day. And I don't know, I just felt like that, it was kind of smeary. I just did. I felt like it wasn't as much left over underneath as the Glossier. It didn't have any on the bottom, top, but it was pretty smeary underneath, I thought. So there you have it. To me, my personal preference, I don't know how, I'm getting ready to edit it and go and do the voiceover and stuff on it, but I have to say I was happier with the Glossier. I thought the Milk did a pretty good job, but it smeared, it started working its way down. It quickly worked its way out of the waterline quicker than the Glossier worked its way out of the waterline. The Glossier, there was at the hours later, taking a nap or laying down or doing hard work cleaning the house, hours later, no matter what I did, there would still be something left around where I had originally put it, and it wouldn't be all smeared underneath here. The Glossier would be moved around more than but it was very comparable to like Urban Decay, It was very comparable to Victoria Beckham. You know, Victoria Beckham's just a prettier colors, has prettier colors, but it was comparable to the other, and I liked it a lot. So I think I'm going to look at the other colors with Glossier. I might even go to their website to see if they have different colors, because I got this at Sephora, and just try like if there's a burgundy, try it and see how it compares to maybe the Victoria Beckham. I might do a standoff head-to-head with Victoria Beckham. Well, we shall see if I can find a similar color, but it's a nice, personally, my preference was the Glossier, but the milk was okay too. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate it. It is so hot here. I thought I was going to have to film downstairs, but I did up here. Everything's hot, wherever, all over. But thank you for watching. I sure appreciate it. Take care. And today is Saturday. Cooking a big farewell dinner tomorrow for my son. All next week we're going to be packing him up and getting ready to move him to Louisville. So we're all getting together tomorrow. So I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later, and thanks again. Bye bye.